and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for all the weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via Amazon, DHL, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw, that cagey outlaw just up the road, old Waylon Jennings. And it is the weekly purchases, and we always start off weekly purchases with a little housekeeping and a little extra special housekeeping this week. As some of you guys know by now, and some of you guys, maybe this is the first year hearing of it, I did start a brand new YouTube channel yesterday. Kyle Peterson 2.0 at Kyle Peterson 2.0. Check it out on YouTube, and most importantly, make sure you do subscribe to that channel over there. And you're probably saying, Kyle, why a second YouTube channel? Well, I did do a video kind of explaining myself, talking a little bit more in depth, but to get to the meat and potatoes of it, I guess real quick, is we have a lot of content on this channel, as you guys do know. A ton of content. Hardest working man in YouTube, like a young James Brown in a lot of ways. And a lot of ways not like a young James Brown. You can pick your own poison as to which one is which. But I have a lot of content on this channel, and there's a lot more content I'd like to get to that this channel kind of limits in some ways, because I don't want to break up what we're doing over here. We got a good pattern. We got good stuff going, and it's not going to change. This channel is going to stay the exact same. However, the second YouTube channel is going to be perfect for some overflow unboxings. Patreon members have like 300 videos that are not on current YouTube. They're still going to get everything from both channels very early. They're going to get stuff along the way, but what we're doing here on this channel is I'm going to have some overflow unboxings, maybe one or two of those a week, probably only one video a day over there on this new YouTube channel, but some overflow unboxings will be there, some YouTube shorts will be there. I am looking at doing a weekly Turtles video, yes, Ninja Turtles, as I have all these Super 7 Ultimates that have been sitting here. It's time to get after these. Turtle Tuesday, we'll call it. I'll unbox a different Ninja Turtle figure every single Tuesday over on that channel. We're going to do more top 5 lists. A lot of people enjoy top 5 lists, but of course on this current YouTube channel, it's very wrestling heavy. Well, over there, guess what? We can do music, we can do heavy metal, we can do G.I. Joe, He-Man, really anything we want to do top 5 lists on, we can do it over on that channel there. So that'll be a lot of fun stuff to do. Also looking at doing maybe weekly live streams in the future here in the next couple of weeks. So we'll find a time, we'll do an hour, 2 hours, who knows what it could turn into being, but we'll do live streams over there as well. Plus some extra figure hunts. Yes, probably an extra figure hunt every single week over there. So all the content that's over here, pretty much the same kind of stuff over on that side of the fence. So Kyle Peterson 2.0, make sure you do subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of fun stuff everybody tells you to do. We'll also do some giveaways with that channel as well. We'll do some giveaways with this channel as well along the way as we close up the year. And a lot of exciting stuff to finish off 2023. A lot more of that here in the weeks to come. We got some exciting stuff coming to everybody, so stay tuned for all that. But in the meantime, head on over to that channel, check it out, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Everybody tells you what to do, but a lot of exciting things going on over there this week and in the future, of course. And then a little bit more housekeeping, a little Patreon action. Of course, September giveaway for Patreon this month, AEW Unmatched. Owen Hart, yes, the King of Hearts right there. We got the Chase Rare Edition Owen Hart. We're going to give this away over on the Patreon channel, so head on over to Patreon if you want a chance at that Owen Hart figure. An all-timer, always cool. Support the channel, head on over to the old Patreon. Lots going over there as well, as always is the case. So there's Patreon. Now, a couple of extra shout-outs this week. Masters of the Universe mini comics. I think I mentioned it last week, but this week the video did go up, and you could see me, yours truly, doing the voice of Fangor.
With the cosmic crystal, I will be able to harness my machine. But it isn't enough. I will need another source to draw from. He-Man.
Give up, Fangor. You've gone too far.
Join me.
Not even for a dance.
Wait, I surrender.
So if you like what you see over there, hit the old link in the description below. I'll put a link to that website, or I should say that YouTube channel, and you can check out the full video of me doing the vocal lines for Fangor. A lot of fun on that one as well. And then shout out to old Dylan Postel, old Swoggle himself. Old Swoggle giving me a little bit of a shout out on his YouTube channel, podcast this week. Check that out. Even my wife, Angie, got a shout out for her epic Detolf building, of course.
Wall or two of Detolfs, and it looks so slick, I think. Like all of them right next to each other.
Max Smashmaster, Kyle Peterson. Like
Kyle Peterson's is the best, where they're so close to each other. Shout out to Mrs. Peterson as well for the greatest YouTube video ever, showing how to put the Detolf together. It's
great.
Yes. Yeah, that's been the most helpful thing.
One of the greatest Detolf builders of all time. Dare I say the best of all time. Dare I say the official Guinness Book of World Records Detolf holder, my wife. Shout out to her as well, and shout out to Goin' Postal over there on YouTube and wherever podcasts are found. So more to come on that. So there you go. And now let's recap the week that was. A lot of stuff going on the channel this week. Of course, brand new WWE superstars. Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Mr. Perfect, Bam Bam Bigelow. Series 6 in the books. Bring on Series 7. That's what I'm saying right there. Did unbox those on the channel. Did unbox the brand new Ringside Collectible exclusive Danhausen and Blood and Guts Wheeler Yuta on the channel this week. A lot of fun on those. That Danhausen, an all-timer of a figure. Head over to Ringside, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. We did do our weekly Jakks Classics video for well over 3 years now. We've had a Tuesday Jakks Classics Superstars video and a lot more to come. So I always say they're on Patreon. You got about a year and a half's worth on Patreon currently right now, so a lot of that going on. Top 10 Crow Sting. We did the top 5 Surfer Sting about a year ago. Here we are for 33,000 subscribers. We did the top 10 Crow Sting. A very fun one, a difficult one to do as well. Check out that video if you did miss that. My dad rejoined me on the channel this week. He came over for the Bride of Frankenstein black and white edition. So we did unbox that one. My dad's actually coming over later today, and we've got some unboxings to do. You're going to see one of them in weekly purchases. We got a few other ones to do for the spooky season. Oh, yes, October right around the corner. We're going to get out ahead on some stuff, film some extra videos, have some of those for the Halloween time frame. So stay tuned for those videos. Once again, subscribe. There you go. There you go. So Bride of Frankenstein coming in hot this week. Fighting the Frozen line from McFarlane, an interesting McFarlane line. Some struggles trying to get out of the package, but a fun one to do. We did a little Turtles. We talked about that just a little bit ago. Movie Star Turtles. We unboxed those on the channel. Looking good. How about a little G.I. Joe action? We unboxed the Trouble Bubble, the Hasbro Pulse Trouble Bubble. Of course, just yesterday as I'm filming this, it was announced that there is going to be a Python Patrol one at Target and Hasbro Pulse. So Trouble Bubble is the vehicle of the year, apparently. Who knew? We did unbox the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Red Knock and Red Jackal. Of course, Baroness and Destro in another timeline, another universe in some ways. We did unbox those on the channel. Then we had a lot of He-Man on the channel this week as well, with Vicron Masterverse figure, the new Skeletor, the new Prince Adam, Clamp Champ, and Webstore Long. No, just regular Webstore from the Masterverse. We unboxed all those on the channel this week. And then we got down to some Mondo business with that Mondo Battle Cat. Absolutely next level. One of the funnest unboxings I've got to do in a long time. That thing is absolutely insane. Definitely a piece of art is that Mondo Battle Cat. So we unboxed that on the channel this week. And then we just Faker and Keldor this week, which were a lot of fun to do. So always enjoy those Mondo unboxings. A pricey price point, but definitely you get what you pay for in a lot of ways with these ones. And we still got Merman. He's up on Patreon. He'll be on the YouTube channel soon enough, so look out for that one there. And then, of course, Toy Hunt this week. As I did say, got a brand new Toy Hunt every single Friday on the channel. This one, I was on a little business trip, so you got to see a little bit of the old mighty Mississippi. You even got to see a little bit of a Mississippi Queen in some ways. So that was the Toy Hunt this week. Have another Toy Hunt that's up on Patreon. This will be on the second YouTube channel, so make sure you want to see that one. That is another good Toy Hunt that will be up on Kyle Peterson 2.0 once again. So there you go. So that is the videos this week. A lot going on. But also, we got to get down to it. Jonathan Frakes might not be here, but I am, and we're going to get down to it. The question of the week. And this week, we get Siegel3407. He's coming in hot with these questions. He's got 2 questions in 2 weeks here. We did answer the breakfast one last week. Well, this week's an interesting one, but a very timely one. Very strange. I looked around. I was like, is he filming me right now? It was question for next week. When was the last time you rode a bicycle? And right as I saw this, I had literally just gotten off a bicycle, if you could call it that, as I was taking a little e-bike for a spin. Yes, an e-bike. Apparently all the rage these days is these e-bikes. The lazy man's bicycle in a lot of ways. And I was testing this bad boy out. And of course you can pedal and do it like a normal bike if you want. But also it is battery charged, so it's got some zip to it. I actually got mine up to 22 miles per hour. At least that's what the speedometer said. So I took that bad boy for a spin. And here's the proof.
I'll never ride in my Jeep ever again.
So there is that. That answers that question. Very timely. That's why I did pick that one here. But I got a bonus question this week. A bonus question. This comes from Matt Duncan 2578. Shout out to Matt Duncan. Hey Kyle, here's a question for you. Where do you get all your cool t-shirts? Any chance you'd throw up a link so we can get those awesome tees? That's a good question, and that's one I get an awful lot. And honestly, the hardest part of this is I have a vast t-shirt collection. If you guys have watched those videos on the channel, and once again, there's a bunch on Patreon, they'll all get there eventually. It's part of the big backup I got going on the channel. But my wife and I did something like 14 videos going through every single t-shirt in my collection. I've got a lot of t-shirts, a lot of concert shirts, wrestling shirts, you name it. Well, as you can imagine, those didn't just happen overnight. Those are decades old shirts in some cases. I've had them. I keep good care of my shirts. I try to keep them as long as I possibly can. So I can't remember where I got most of my shirts. Now, honestly, if it's a band shirt, I probably got it at a show, a concert for that band, or maybe their website. That's probably your best bet. If it's a wrestling shirt, I probably picked it up at Pro Wrestling Tees. I probably picked it up at WWE Shop, maybe that wrestler's website, wherever. Kind of the usual suspect places, but honestly, most shirts that I got, I could not tell you where I got them. That's the hard thing. It's like, I don't know. I got it 10 years ago. I'm just not sure where, and that's kind of the conundrum that you're into with some of the t-shirts and a big t-shirt collection is I can remember almost every single action figure where I got it from for some reason, but t-shirts, not the best memory on that one there. But of course, I got a lot of shirts, so it's a lot to keep track of. But I think if you go down the rabbit hole most of the time, like an Ultimate Warrior shirt, Kyle, where'd you get this? Well, Ultimate Warrior used to have his own website 20 years ago. I ordered every single t-shirt on the site at the time. Well, obviously that's long closed down. Those shirts are long out of print, and that's probably most of the shirts in my collection long out of print. As time, they go away and new shirts come or sites close down, whatever it may be. So that's the answer to the t-shirt question, a question I do get an awful lot. So there you go, question of the week. Now we got to get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to business. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. And not the biggest haul week of all time, but a very expensive haul week. And we'll get into that here in a second. But right off the bat, oh yeah, I mentioned it earlier. My dad's coming over. Well, we got to unbox the Creature from the Black Lagoon color version. Of course, we do know the black and white version will be right on its heels. So I got the color version here, ready for my dad to come over and unbox this. So look for that video, hopefully this week sometime on the channel. Stay tuned for that. Now, I did get my first go around the sun with this one. It is Sparrow Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom PowerCon Edition Tanger. Now, I passed on this at PowerCon and kind of had a little bit buyer's remorse or remorse for not picking it up because, hey, I was at PowerCon. It was a PowerCon exclusive. It's a little bit He-Man themed as he is colored in Beastman colors. I said, you know what? I should pick this up, and I did find a deal on eBay. So I was very happy to pick this one up, basically for the same price it was at PowerCon. So I like that even better. So I did pick this up this week. Going to be interesting to open that one up. That might be a perfect one for Kyle Peterson 2.0. Cheap plug once again. Subscribe to the channel right there. And the hits keep on coming. We did unbox this one on the channel already. Smythe and Peter Parker Animated Series 2-pack. You know me, love these Animated Series 2-packs. Love that Spider-Man cartoon. Couldn't wait to bust that one open, so that's what I did. I busted it open right away. And then I completed a team. Walmart came through. Hunter in his mercenary gear. I got these guys going on, so I do have to unbox all these Star Wars Bad Batch ones, the new ones. I got all the team. It might take me a couple of videos to do, but I think we'll add this to the list fairly soon. So I got him through the door this week, and the hits keep on coming. You saw me unbox some of these on the channel as well. WWE Superstars Series 6, Rowdy Roddy Piper, looking really good right there. Next up, Bam Bam Bigelow, the Beast from the East himself. Both of these unpunched, of course. And then the third one I got unpunched is Hulk Hogan. Now, Mr. Perfect, we unboxed him on the channel. Unfortunately, he was punched. I need an unpunched Mr. Perfect, so I am on the hunt for that. I need to find an unpunched Mr. Perfect. I also need to find a regular, I guess I should say an unpunched blue Chase Hulk Hogan and one to open up. So I got all that to deal with as well. So it's still early in the hunt, as we do know, but I'm going to have to pick up some more of those. But check out those Superstars unboxings on the channel. Very, very fun unboxings those ones are. There's no doubt about it there. And the hits keep on coming here. We mentioned it earlier. Danhausen, very nice, very evil, very presenting very well. Love that cape, how it opens up like that. I think that is so cool. Easily the best packaged action figure this year. I'm trying to think if there's a better packaging design for an action figure in 2023. Just absolutely love everything about this Danhausen one. So cool, so fun right there. Happy to have it. And I guess I got Danhausen right here, so he can put a curse on you right from there. And then, of course, his partner in crime this week, Wheeler Yuta, Blood and Guts. Oh, that jacket's a mess with all that blood on it, but we did get the Blood and Guts. Wheeler Yuta, definitely here for that as well. So a fun time unboxing both of those on the channel this week. And then we continue on. How about this one? Sometimes not just any job will do. You need a snow job, and right before I started filming weekly purchases, came through the door. So it is the old G.I. Joe Classified Series. Snow Job, another all-timer right there. I'm here for Snow Job. All about the old Snow Job coming through the door. All right, and the hits keep on coming here as it is time to go to the old Cella Toys, the old school Cella Toys. I guess technically Epic Toys right now. It gets confusing as we know, but we got old Hollywood Nova through the door. There's Hollywood Nova. Tangaloa, now he's the one I'm the least familiar with. I've seen him wrestle a few times, but I am no means an expert on Tangaloa. Got him through the door this week. Got the Variant Chase Edition Blue Meanie, looking good. Old Blue Meanie in the BWO. And then, of course, the leader of the BWO, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers and one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. For me, and my favorites, is old Stevie Richards. Absolutely love Stevie Richards. Really felt he missed a good opportunity of being ECW champion. He did go to WCW instead. Man, oh man, I would have liked to see in an alternate reality what he would have done as an ECW champion. Then we get the regular edition Blue Meanie as well. So old Blue Meanie Mania running wild here today. And then the one everybody seemingly wanted, old King Haku. Gonna pair that up with my Andre the Giant. Of course, we'll unbox all of these on the channel. So a big retro pickup this week. No doubt about that. It looks like we got two things left. Oh, we got one nice surprise. One thing that was really cool that I did get through the door this week. It's all cool, but this one was a little extra special. I also picked up one of these. This is the priciest thing of the week. I got one of these MacBook Airs. Oh, it just feels like air in here, but I did pick up a MacBook Air. So exciting stuff, exciting stuff. I hate spending money on stuff like this. Maybe you're like me. I like spending money on stuff like this. I hate buying clothes and gas and paying water bills and stuff around the house. I mean, I hate school pictures. Why can't those be free? That's the kind of stuff I hate paying for, but I like paying for my figures. You guys know that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the clock! I missed a pile for weekly purchases. Shame on me. So we're going to break in here. We're going to do that pile real quick. So we continue on with an old school long game unboxing. Ring Giant Jakks Classic Superstars. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Totally destroyed box here. This is going to be my loose one. I am looking for a minty loose Ted DiBiase of these. So hopefully I can come across that. It's been on my save search for some time. There's been some loose ones that kind of have some damage to them, so I'm not going to pick those up. Trying to find a minty Ted DiBiase, hopefully in the future, but I got my Roddy Piper knocked out here this week, so glad to have that one in the collection. And we're not done yet. We got some more stuff, as I did see, or you did see if you watched my toy hunt video. Came across a Stardust Chase out there in the wild. Good brother, good friend of the channel, old Cody Rhodes. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. I had a little discussion with Cody this week. More to come on that in the future. There you go. The hits keep on coming. You saw this on the road as well. Finally, the long game pays off. I don't know this Imperial officer from the old dark times, but I had to pick him up. Didn't want to pay the about $30 price point. I did go with the $10 price point here. Finally, long game clearance item. Here for that all day long. Got to get a deal out there. And then you saw this as well along the way. I picked up 3 of them. It's the Mighty Roton, but for $5 each, I said, you know what? I'm going to build an army of Rotons at $5 a piece, and that's exactly what I did. So I picked up 3 Rotons this week, and there was a whole wall of them in some of these Walmart stores. So check your local Walmart. This seems to really be dropping in price, so there's some deals to be had if you're a Roton collector. Looking around, nothing else over there. So now we go over here. We go to Super 7, all Super 7 Ultimates, Megatron. And you guys know me, I dabble in some Transformers. It's a confusing toy line for me, but I'm all in on these Super 7 ones, or at least halfway in. And I got the Super 7 Megatron this week, and then the one I've been really waiting for. I'm a big fan of the old Dinobots. Got Grimlock through the door this week. So Grimlock, an all-timer, one of my all-time favorite ones. Happy to get this guy here. Can't wait to unbox these on the channel. So stay tuned for all this. Now back to weekly purchases. The MacBook Air through the door. And that's about it, except we got one last thing. And I got this sent to me in the mail from an amazing customizer. I will do a video on this here in the next couple of weeks. I got to get some space laid out for it and to really go through it. But I thought this was absolutely next level as far as customization goes. Who does it come from? Well, search him out on Instagram. The old Attitude Man is an ECW arena. But look at this. He even made the box. How amazing is this? The ECW stage, and you guys know me, I absolutely love ECW. Love the one-night stands, of course, the old school ECW. Love everything about it. So how cool is it to get this stage in a box like this that he put together? I mean, that is absolutely next level. We got lights, we got the stage, you got the canvas, you got Paulie's duffel bag, you got a brick, you got a cart, you got real scale size ring kit, lockers, you got a shopping cart, Paul Heyman's jacket, you can put that with that Paulie Dangerously figure, an arena flag, lights, ring skirts, ECW shirt, fan posters, you name it, it is all in here. I cannot wait to bust into this. I think this is such a cool idea. I love the creativity of this. Go check out Attitude Man over there on Instagram. He's doing all kinds of cool customs. And this, even the box, just blows me away. People can do this with making packaging that looks a store official. I mean, usually we get custom stuff. They're just custom stuff. But rarely do we get the deep design elements of whole packaging. This looks like something you pick up at Walmart back in the Jack's days is what this reminds me of. Huge box, all that kind of fun stuff. So very, very cool. I love the creativity on something like this. I am definitely here for this. And like I said, I will be unboxing this on the channel here in the next week or two. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely something I really do appreciate. Thank you, Attitude Man, for sending that my way. So there it is. That is the weekly purchases. Quite the haul week this week. But what did you pick up? Let me know in the comments down below what you grabbed, what you bought this week. I'd be interested to hear what you picked up. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe to Kyle Peterson 2.0 over there on YouTube. Should be a lot of fun, a lot of surprises to come over on that channel as well. So make sure you subscribe. Don't want to miss out. You don't want to say, Kyle, why didn't you ever unbox this? Well, it's over there on that channel. That's where I unboxed that one. So you've been warned, or something like that. But make sure you do subscribe to both YouTube channels. And of course, hit the old notification bell as well. Don't forget about the Patreon for early access to all the videos, bonus content, exclusive content, you name it, all over there on the old Patreon channel. Best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and on Threads. And you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling to another work week.